Hey everybody, I'm back once again with the AR-15 that I promised you I would show you how to disassemble. I have already done my safety check. Gun is not loaded, there's not a round in the chamber, clip's not there. Just for some clarification, it's probably be in two parts once again. I will not be taking off the handles up here by using a delta ring. I normally do, but that's pretty simple. You can figure that out yourself. You just pull down the delta ring, grips will come off, you can clean inside there. I've already pushed out the back pin. First things you need to do, there's a retainer pin here and a retainer pin up here on the lower receiver. You need to push them in. When you push the back one in, it will allow the rifle to just separate like that, but you still need to push the front pin in to disconnect the upper and lower receiver, which is fairly simple. Just push it out. They come apart in two pieces. First thing I'll take apart, I will start with the lower receiver. There is a buffer right here and the buffer spring. I usually clean them. I have put about 600 plus rounds through this earlier today, so I usually clean everything completely. You can see right down there is a little pin. You need to push that down while holding on to the buffer, such as this. That will release the buffer out. And here comes the buffer and the buffer spring. Set them aside and you clean them later. That's pretty much it for the lower receiver, unless you really want to get complicated. Take out the trigger assembly below. I have done that. I normally don't, just to clean it. Let's kind of get in there with Q-tips and such. Put the lower receiver aside here. Now on to the main part of cleaning the rifle. As you can see, close the dust cover here. The bolt carrier is down inside here and along with the charging handle. What you need to do, pull the charging handle back. The bolt and the charging handle will come out together. The bolt will come out first. If you just try to pull the charging handle all the way back, it gets stuck. You need to push it down a little bit. It'll release it to come right out. Charging handle's out. Bolt carrier's out. Lower receiver ready to clean, or upper receiver, I apologize, is ready to clean. Now you can further take apart the bolt carrier and the bolt. This right here, it's called the bolt key. There is two hex screws there. I do not take them off at all. Never have. I've never had a reason to. But in the bolt carrier, there's two pins. Cotter key looking pins. They're not cotter key pins. I assure you, they're stainless steel. Right here, you need to take out this big one. That will release the firing pin to drop it out. So I will do that right now. Just pull that right out. Be sure not to lose these pieces. Out drops the firing pin. Next, the bolt that's in the bolt carrier is right here. If you can see, there's a bolt cam pin right here, this little square piece. Now that you've released this right here, now that you have released the firing pin, push that forward, rotate it 90 degrees, it'll come right out. That will allow the bolt to come out as well. Like I said, I do not take off the bolt key, so the bolt carrier is ready to clean. I do not take anything else apart on that. The only thing else to take off it would be the bolt key, and I do not do that. Next thing, I do not exactly know the part name for this. This top piece here, you can pull that off. There's just, once again, there's another little pin in there. Just kind of push that out a little bit. If you don't have such a small thing, you can use the firing pin. Push it out a little bit. A little bit of difficulty here. There we go. That pin came out as well. As you can see by my hands, it was extremely dirty. That will come right off of the bolt. Be careful, there is a spring. As you can see right there, it's got a little spring and a O-ring type deal there. Do not lose that. That is basically the takedown field stripping of an AR-15 to clean it. I will now end part 1 here. As you can see, you don't really need to watch me clean it. I'm sure you guys can figure out how to clean that. So I will clean this and then I'll be back for the assembly.